Hello everyone, and welcome to the Doctor Janine Show. I'm so glad to have you all here today. Please say hello as you're streaming in and where you are streaming in from. If you're new, please put a 1 in the comments. I want to see who all the new people are. Make sure that you share today's live as well, so please hit that share button. It's great to have you here. We have some fantastic topics that we're talking about today. We're talking about fake juice and what to look for on juice labels, okay? And if we should actually be drinking juice in the first place, that is a big topic. As well as belly fat. Yes, we will be coming back to that. I have so many questions on belly fat. So some tips and tricks on belly fat and how to prevent it, which is really important when we talk about our overall metabolism. And we will be going to the beauty set. So yes, we will be making the beautiful eyelash serum to grow those long, healthy lashes naturally, of course, with all those ingredients. You're going to be able to screenshot this recipe, so stay tuned for that. We're talking about the liver. So what am I holding on here? I'm holding on to a liver, and a not so happy and healthy liver. This is fatty liver. We're going to talk about that today because, again, we had so many requests to talk about fatty liver and, more importantly, what we can do about it. And we're talking about castor oil today. So yes, castor oil side effects. If you've seen my posts, then maybe you've got some questions. There were so many questions that came up. So that one of my videos did go viral last week, all about castor oil. So we will be talking about that today and sort of demystifying some of what's said about castor oil and how to use it, more importantly. Okay, so we're going to be talking about that. And of course, coming back to that fatty liver, which is so important. Now, if you missed last week's show, we talked about psoriasis, skin health. We talked about leptin resistance. We made that beautiful flaxseed mask. How many of you were able to make that mask? Please put a 2 in the comments if you made the flaxseed mask, which is supposed to work like Botox. There's a wonderful soothing effect and healing effect for the skin, which is beautiful. Great for those acne scars as well. We also talked about our thyroid gland, how that's related to leptin resistance. And we talked a little bit about candida and candida issues and some tips for candida and cleaning up the gut microbiome. So that's what we talked about last week. If you did miss last week's episode, make sure you check it out. Of course, in long form, you can always find my videos. Now, we will be having quiz questions throughout the show. Excuse me. So this is a very, very interactive session that we've got here happening right now. Please say hello. I know there's a bunch of new people here. Hello, nice to see you, Mia Kazi. Hello, nice to see you, DieFig35. Thank you for tuning in this morning. And Shamoy, hello. Thank you for tuning in. And Zanat is here from South Africa. Great to have you here, Mr. Caballero in California. Hello, hello. Hey, if you're new here for the first time, make sure that you hit that share button. So this is very interactive. As I said, we do have some quiz questions coming up as well. Make sure that you're subscribed. You hit that follow button as well. Let's talk about fake juice. So here are some concerns that are happening with people who love their juice and how this can be related to your liver health. Now, we will be going into the beauty set in just a bit, making that eyelash serum. So that's coming up with that recipe that you can make at home. So stay tuned for that. But did you know that most juice, so if you're a juice lover, did you know that most juice, of course, contains sugar and not always the healthiest natural fruit sugar, which is fructose? It has a different metabolism. That's why it's directly linked to fatty liver, which I'll get to in just a second. But most sugars, and we're going to take a look at a label, actually adds in extra sugar and some nasty things like high fructose corn syrup, which is terrible, terrible, terrible in terms of your liver health. And if you think that liver health is just for, the aging population, not so much. This is true for kids as well. So if you're giving your kids juice boxes and things for lunch at school, not a great thing. You've got to read those ingredients. You've got to look at those labels. And we're going to go and take a look at a label in just a second and what you need to be looking for. But this is so important that fructose metabolism is very different from glucose metabolism. So when we're having sugar in different foods, glucose gets metabolized by our entire body. Great, we can convert it into energy. Now what happens with fructose, which comes from fruit sugars, which often it's in a fruit juice, that fructose goes directly to the liver. Okay, now the liver kind of has to utilize that fructose as it C is warranted. And if we've got enough glucose in our system already, which most times we do, what's going to happen is that fructose can go into something called lipogenesis. So now the liver is making fat. The liver is making more fat because you had that fructose. And everybody, you know, in terms of your metabolic health is going to be different for kids as well. And that's why this can then be linked back to that belly fat when you're having too much juice. And even the non-sweetened juice, just the regular fructose, this is going to be a problem. So this is another issue with juices, of course, is that the fiber has been removed. So when the fiber is removed, we don't have that buffer now to help to balance our blood glucose levels. Now, fatty liver will also contribute to that insulin resistance and our high blood sugar levels, okay? So this is another reason maybe you've got to rethink the whole drinking of juice, especially if it's out of season. So if it's not, and you're not under the hot natural sunlight and the UV from the sun, where your body's metabolism is a little bit better for the sugars, you got to reconsider this, especially if in a colder climate, especially in the wintertime. Okay, let's take a look at a juice box. Now, these are some of the things that I want you to look for. So number one, is it sweetened? So yes, number one ingredient is water. Look at number two ingredient, high fructose corn syrup, not so healthy. And this is something that we definitely want to be aware of. Now, we've also got some chemicals in here, some preservatives like the sodium polyphosphates, the potassium benzoate, potassium sorbate. It says right there, preserve freshness. It's not a natural preservative. These are chemical preservatives. We also have some glycerol esters, some natural flavor, which is never natural, acesulfame, potassium, sucralose. So there's even fake sugars in this one as an example. So you really have to do your due diligence and make sure, you know, whenever you can, organic juices, yes. Even for, you know, may not be the best thing, again, like we said, when we're eating seasonally and because all that fiber is removed as a treat once in a while. But if you have to, I always say go with a good quality water because the juices are going to spike that blood glucose. They're going to lead to that fatty liver. And this is for kids as well because that metabolic syndrome, that central obesity is something that is affecting children as well. Okay, so whether it's the apple juice, the orange juice, and trust me, your kids at the beginning are like, Mom, where's the juice? Because I just simply stopped buying it for a little while. And yeah, maybe in the summertime they get a little bit, but Mom, where's the juice? It's not there. Drink water, drink water. And that's what you've got to do. Maybe that's for yourself as well, okay? So this is really important. Hello, and yes, this is so great information. Thank you for tuning in, everybody who's here today. King, yes, because of the chemistry. So even organic juices, great comment. King 707H, yes, because of that, you know, the chemistry of the juices, yes, it's not always so natural. And the fact that they're processing it to get it into those little containers, which have toxic ingredients as well. You know that I'm all about liver detox and detoxing all of our internal organs to stay healthy and get our energy levels up. This is really important. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about belly fat. And how do we actually process our fat? And we have different types of fat. So of course we've got visceral fat, which is around our organs, and we also have the subcutaneous fat. But how does our body actually metabolize fat? How do we get rid of fat? How, if you're looking to lose some weight, how does that actually happen? Well, there's two parts of this entire process of burning, mobilizing, oxidizing fat. Now we're also going to be talking about castor oil in just a few minutes, so stay tuned for that. We have our quiz questions coming up as well. It's a very interactive show. I know there's so many new people here today, so thank you for following. And of course, thank you, of course, for making sure that you have hit that share button. And for all those likes coming in, love to have you all here. I'm Dr. Janine, naturopathic doctor, and we're talking about so many different topics today. So yes, belly fat, let's talk about this. Okay, so how do we actually get rid of fat in our body? Okay, so there's two parts to that fat burning. Part one is called fat mobilization, and part two is called fat oxidation, so that actual process of metabolizing the fat. And when does this happen? This is really remarkable. It actually happens through your breath. So you actually breathe out your fat, mostly when you're sleeping. This is when your metabolism is most active, when your thyroid hormones are most active when you're sleeping. So when you're sleeping, you're actually breathing out your fat. If you're doing deep breathing exercises, you're actually breathing out your fat. This is why exercise, one of the reasons why exercise is so great for fat loss is because it forces a little bit more heavier breathing. Who can relate to this? Yes, absolutely. Thank you for all the love coming in. I see all of those hearts coming in. So let's take a look at that really quickly again. So that mobilization and oxidation of the fat, I just want to bring this up, is happening so just visualize this. Hey, if you want to do some meditation on some fat loss, this will work to just see that fat. Did you see that just disappearing as you're breathing it out? Do some deep breathing. Amazing, amazing. Now, there are certain things that are going to help to manifest this whole process of that fat oxidation and mobilization. One of them is caffeine. So you know that I love my coffee, and yeah, caffeine actually increases the oxidation and triggers epinephrine release in nerves in fat cells. So one reason why caffeine actually before a workout, why a lot of bodybuilders and things will use some caffeine before a workout, helps to mobilize that fat. That oxidation also happens only in the low insulin state. So one of the things you can do is be in a more fasted state, a low blood glucose state before your exercise, and that's going to maximize your fat burn. Hey, and a little bit of caffeine in there. What a good combination. Okay, make sure you hit that subscribe, that follow button to see and help that fat oxidation and mobilization. That's what we're talking about right here on the Dr. Janine Show. Hey, if you're new here for the first time, welcome on in. We have the show every Tuesday live at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's so great to have you here. Now, there are some other very specific things that you can take to help with that mobilization and oxidation of fat. And guess what? I'm going to share that list with you right now. These are the herbal medicines specific to help to burn that belly fat. So these are particular in terms of helping to balance blood glucose levels with your insulin resistance, helps with metabolic syndrome as well. Let's talk about number one. So number one, a herbal medicine that helps with belly fat is, let's see it. Where is it? Here we go. It is green tea. So green tea actually helps with the mobilization, so that part one, but also with that epinephrine release in the nerve cells and close to the fat cells. That's important as part two, okay, in terms of our fat mobilization and oxidation. Number two on my list is Panax ginseng, a fantastic adaptogenic herbal medicines, helps to balance our insulin levels. And we know, remember that being in that lower insulin state is when we can actually help to get rid of that fat and increase that fat burning process. Make sure you hit that share button. Thank you so much. All those hearts coming in and all those likes. Thank you so much. Great to see you here. Anita, yes, ginseng. Exactly. Amazing, amazing. Hello, Jackie. Hello, Valeria. Nice to see you. Kruwat, Maya, thank you for tuning in. Kimberly, hello. Thank you. Italo Zavarella, thank you for tuning in. Nadie, I see you. Joe Liv, Glory 44, Nomadic Delight, J Glow Beauty, CDA. Hello, nice to see you. Nina, nice to see you as well. And good morning, Willie Cat, Jack, Julia, Be Still is here as well. Thank you for tuning in. Hene, Alan, Leslie Ann, and Kitten, Algaro, Gallardo. Thank you. Nice to see you. And we have people from all over the world here. So yeah, continue to say hello. Raina's here as well. Good morning. Nice to see you as well. Hola, Jello Lenmar. Nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in. And it's great to have you, Arthur and Satis and Evidence. Hello, hello, Sunny, Zank Tank. I can't keep up. Jasmina, Touch and Glow Spa. Nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in today. Nash, Ramia, Clarice. Thank you, thank you. I can't call you all out, and I'll do my best to still give you a shout out and someone's here from Monica from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Nice to see you. Thank you so much. Lillian in New Jersey, Lisa in Texas. Hippie Too Trippy is asking about matcha. Love matcha because it's got the caffeine, so it can actually help with your fat mobilization and oxidation as well. Okay, hit that share button, everyone. Thank you for tuning in today. And I've got some announcements coming up a little bit later as well as to what we do on Wednesday, so that's going to be coming up. Okay, number three, let's continue my list. How do we burn that belly fat? Okay, maca. Love maca. Maca is an adaptogenic herbal medicine. It comes in different colors. So there's black maca, purple maca. They're all adaptogenic, meaning that they help with your stress levels, with your cortisol levels, really helps with burning off that belly fat, because we know our cortisol and what happens with our leptin resistance and our insulin resistance comes back to cortisol and something that we talked about last week, pregnenolone steal. Everybody remember that? I hope so. Okay, if you've missed that, you can look back at my previous episodes so you can tune in and learn about that pregnenolone steal. And this is one of the reasons why the ginseng and the maca help to burn that belly fat, is because they're actually addressing a deeper issue with pregnenolone, the stress levels, your adrenals, and how that's tied back to your leptin resistance and your leptin signaling. So that all has to get under control. That's why when you fix your leptin resistance, you really do target, especially that belly fat, okay? Really important. All right, number four, another herbal medicine are the catechins. So catechins are specifically found where? In green tea. So there is a very important one called EGCG, epigallocatechin gallate, okay? So EGCG, very important catechin, and what it does is it is very specific to help to burn fat, okay? And this is what the evidence shows. It's not just me saying it. There's a lot of research behind that combination, especially the caffeine plus the green tea, the catechins, the EGCG, amazing for that belly fat, okay? So everybody screenshot that if you have the ability to do that. Love talking about blasting away that belly fat. Okay, so guess what? It's quiz time. Are we ready? You want me to throw? You got it? You have a coffee in your hand. Okay, I'm throwing it. Here we go. Woo! There goes the fat. All right, we are at quiz time. Quiz question number 1. We are playing for the fat factors from our sponsor at Vitatree. So we thank Vitatree for making the Dr. Janine Show possible in the first place. They are amazing sponsors. And this is what we're playing for, okay? So here's the rules of the road. All you're gonna do is you're gonna see a question come up behind me. And when that question comes up, you've got 30 seconds. So there's gonna be a clock, it's gonna tick down. You put down in your comment section, you're gonna put the answer to the question. Just do your best. Now, everybody who participates, that's why this is so important. Even if you get it wrong, it doesn't matter. We take all of the participants of our quiz questions and put them into a random selector, and that is what chooses our winner every week, and that will be sent to you for free, okay? So everybody ready? Okay, here we go. I'm so excited. Let's go. Quiz question number 1 is a true or false. These are always super easy. You got a 50-50 chance. Fat oxidizes through your breath when you are sleeping. You've got 30 seconds on the clock. Let's go, everybody. Now get your answers in. I see some very quick answers already. Good job, everyone. All right. All right, awesome, awesome. We've got 10 seconds on the clock. Everybody get your answers in. I see mostly correct answers. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Jerry. I see you sharing madly. Thank you. And so many other people sharing and new followers as well. Okay, the answer is, of course, let's reveal. Of course, true. Yes, it is true. So breathe. Everybody just take a nice deep breath. Breathe out that fat. Hey, if you're looking to lose some extra weight, this can really help you, and that's why mindful breathing, super, super important. Okay, let's announce last week's winner of the Paravide from Vitatree, and that was Bezeeb. All right, congratulations, Bezeeb. You are the winner of our Paravide. Make sure you are following Team Dr. Janine. And if you see comments coming in and your questions being answered as I am live from Team Dr. Janine, and that's my team behind the scenes that's helping to answer your questions throughout the show. Now, we will be coming back to over here. I'm just going to show you really quickly. We're coming to the beauty set in just a second to make this beautiful eyelash serum to grow your long, luscious lashes naturally. You're going to love that recipe. We're coming back here in just a second, but guess what? Let's go through some of the signs and symptoms of a fatty liver. So that fatty liver, again, we're going to throw that over here. Thank you so much. Is very common, even happening in children now as well. Fatty liver, let's go through some of the symptoms because you don't necessarily know that you've got a fatty liver. These could be some of the sort of vague symptoms that you may have. Okay, so number 1 is, like I said, vague, no symptoms at all. So you don't necessarily know that you've got a fatty liver, but yeah, you know, you might have an inkling if you are having a lot of fructose or fruit juices. That's going to increase, like we talked earlier, your risk of developing that fatty liver. Okay, so you could have no symptoms whatsoever. Number 2, you're tired a lot and you lack energy. You need naps all the time. And, you know, if you do overdo it, you feel like you've got to catch up a lot in terms of your sleep. That, again, could be related to that fatty liver. Okay, number 3 is nausea. So sometimes you just feel, it may not be overt like you're throwing up. It could be just you feel a little bit off. Maybe your appetite's not the best. You feel a little bit nauseous. That could be fatty liver again, okay? So please, if you're new here, I see so many new people. Thank you, Coco, for the follow. Lizul Z, thank you so much for the follow. And Sam, thank you for the follow. Thank you, user. So many of you are sharing right now as well. Thank you so much. I too truly appreciate having you all here today and tuning in and taking some time out of your busy days to spend some time and actually learn about natural health and some things that you can do for your health, which is very empowering so that you start to feel better. And this is why I like you to share as well. well with your friends and family so that they can get better and get this information as well. Okay, let's continue. Number 4. Jaundice. So if you're seeing some yellowing, it could be in the eyes, it could be, in the skin. I think we actually have, do we have an image for that? Can we go to that really quickly okay, awesome, for the jaundice. So you know what you're looking for. So yes, the yellowing in the eyes, if you can see that on your screens, again, and it's not necessarily every day, but it could be, something that you're noticing. So around the eyes, of course, in the skin as well, that jaundice, something to look for, could be an indication that you've got some fat in the liver. Okay, number 5 on the list is itchiness. So just random itchiness that's happening on the skin. You don't see a rash necessarily. That can be related to the fatty liver as well. And number 6 on the list, of course, is let's bring out the poop platter. If you've seen me on social media, you know that I like to talk, I don't always like to talk about poop, but often I'm talking about poop. Why? Because it's so important. It's a great indicator for our health. So when we look at number 6, the floating light stools, what does that mean? Light colored floating stools. So if they're floating, it means that our liver hasn't maybe done the best job, as well as the gallbladder, to emulsify the fat. So we know that fat and water don't mix, and that's why it's floating on the water in the toilet, because it's not properly emulsified. It's an indicator of liver health and lighter colored stools as well, okay? So if you wanted to take a look at that list really quickly and screenshot it, you can do that. I think you've got it, and let's move on. All right, now don't forget that we're going to be coming back into the beauty set and making that beautiful eyelash serum natural recipe. You're going to love that. That's coming up. I want to call out our viewers spotlight. So every week we've got someone that we like to shout out who's shared some positivity on the channels. Thank you so much. And this was from Amy S. So Amy, love your weekly show. We are tremendously grateful. You educated us. Hello from California. So hello, Amy. Please shout out right now if you're here. Say hello. I'm so happy that you're enjoying the show, and thank you so much that you were able to share that lovely comment. So cool of you, and so nice and generous. Okay, so we're going to continue back over here. We're talking about some detox tips now for the liver. So coming back, does everybody know where their liver is? Let's just do a quick review with Lucy really quickly. Okay, everybody at home, point to your liver. I can't see you, but I'm guessing that you're doing it right. Okay, in the studio, yes, of course, my staff here, and everybody knows where their liver is. Do we know? Oh, we don't know? Not everybody knows here on the set where the liver is? Okay, I hope everybody pointed under their right rib cage. Everybody's got it? Everybody's got it? Okay, that's where your liver is, okay? So when we look at Lucy, I had to fix Lucy because somebody put Lucy's lungs on improperly. Who is that behind the set there? Okay, it was Sam. Okay, so yeah, the lungs were reversed, but that's okay because I was looking at it and like Lucy's heart was like popping out a little bit more normal than it just looked weird. And I'm like, okay, what is wrong here? So I had to put her back together again. So Lucy is more happy this morning now that her organs are in the right place. But if you look at the liver, so this is your liver here. This is the gallbladder. This is important. We're going to talk about liver detox tips now, how to detoxify our liver. We're also going to be talking about castor oil side effects. Okay, so if you've seen that post, got to do some clarification on castor oil side effects. Okay, we're going to talk about how to use castor oil the proper way. But here is the liver. So I hope everybody at home, yes, I can't see you, but Jojo relaxing. I hope you knew where your liver was on that right-hand side. I'm sure you did. Okay, now let's go through some liver detox tips. And this is where here in Canada, I'm kind of known as the detox queen. I always talk about detoxification and why it's so important to use Mother Nature's naturally given herbal medicines and, tuning in with nature to help to detoxify our bodies naturally, okay? And doing it because we do so much bad to our bodies. How do we counteract that to stay healthy going forward? Let's talk about some liver detox tips. Okay, so number 1, of course, is on the list, Mother Nature's prescription. What does that mean? That means being in tune with nature, getting up with nature, getting up with the sunrise whenever you can, getting grounded, so taking your shoes off, connecting with the earth, walking outside, outdoors, in a forest, connecting back with nature, with the light and dark cycles and the hot and cold cycles of the day. This is all in a rhythm, and every cell in our body is tuned into that rhythm. And this is where chaos happens when we're under artificial lights. We don't go outside enough. We're on our screens, which is giving the wrong light signals to our body all day. This messes up our health and messes up our liver health as well, okay? So really, really important Get back into nature whenever you can, whenever you have the option to get outside, even for a few moments, is going to make all the difference for your health and your liver health as well. Okay, number 2, dark green leafy veggies. Okay, so your liver loves to eat, especially bitter things. So bitter foods, bitter dark greens, and any dark green leafy vegetable is going to be healthy for you anyways. Whenever you can, make sure it's organic, just so that you don't want to be adding in extra pesticides. If you can grow them yourself, amazing, amazing, but amazing for good liver health, okay? Number 3, this is sort of a no-brainer. Limit your alcohol, of course, when you're trying to detox your liver, and overall, you don't want to add insult to, maybe your compromised liver health, and maybe you've got that fatty liver. Alcohol is going to make it so much work, so just take little breaks from that alcohol. Number 4 on the list, limit, of course, that fructose. So that's how we open the show, talking about fruit juices and why fruit juice is not the best thing necessarily for your health, because that fruit juice is going to be affecting that fatty liver and actually causing fatty liver because it's high in that fructose, okay? So that's something to avoid, definitely. Okay, number 5 on the list, of course, is adding some lemon. So fresh squeezed lemon into your water is a great way not only for proper hydration, but that citrus is going to actually help with detoxification of your liver, which is amazing. Okay, number 6 on the list, liver detox tip, is that turmeric and that high concentration of curcumin, which is that active component. And this is what the studies have shown, is that supplementation. We actually have one of the studies here, the effects of curcumin and turmeric supplementation on liver function. And what was found, of course, was that it was really beneficial on lowering liver enzymes, which are often a marker for inflammation and fatty liver. And it significantly reduced the blood levels of ALT, which is alanine aminotransferase, and AST, aspartate aminotransferase. So those liver enzymes came down with the supplementation of that concentrated curcumin, which again, when you are taking a turmeric curcumin, always look for that 95th percentile of the active component, the curcuminoids, from that curcumin, which is what the research shows is really beneficial, especially for detoxing the liver and helping to regenerate healthy liver cells, which is amazing. Okay, number 7, what is the emotion of the liver? That's coming up on number 8. Okay, so just think about it for a second. If you know what the emotion of the liver is, please put it in the comments. That's going to be number 8. Number 7 is full body detox. So getting all of those toxins out of the internal organs, coming back to Lucy again. So it's one thing to detoxify the liver, but you got to think about toxins in the lungs, in the blood, in the lymphatic system, in the gut as well. You've got to get those toxins out. Kidney detox as well. So doing a comprehensive full body detox is the way that I like to detox, and this is how I used to always detox my patients, is to do that full body detox to get those toxins, alleviate that toxic load out of all of those internal organs, which is so important at the same time, plus the blood and lymphatic system, so that you're not forcing those toxins from one toxic place to another toxic place in the body, which is so important, okay? So number 8, on the list, what is that emotion? Did anybody get it? Let me come back. Did anybody get it? I hope so. Yes, Linda has it. Nadia has it. Heidi had it. Amy, absolutely. Vera had it as well. So many of you had, Kathy had it as well. Yes, I see that. Amazing, amazing. Leah, Mary, Rodriguez, I think, or I just messed that up. But yes, you got it, you got it. Thank you for all the follows. I see so many new people, so thank you if you're following for the first time. Amazing to have you here. I hope that you love my content. Make sure you check it out after today's live show, which of course happens every Tuesday. So tune in next week at Tuesday, 11 a.m. as well. So letting go of anger. Anger is that emotion of the liver, so you definitely want to make sure that you are dealing with that. Okay, so screenshot that really quickly, then we're going to move on to our next little segment here that we've got here at the Doctor Janine Show. Oh, actually, we're going to quiz question number 2. And okay, I hope you all got that list. Amazing, amazing. Jojo relaxing in Canada, healthy 1980 in Boston. Nice to see you. I've only been to Boston once. And yeah, it was an interesting little escapade. Yes, it was. Hello, hello. Thank you for all the new followers. Great to all have you here. Thank you so much. Okay, we are playing. So it's quiz question number 2. If you're new here for the first time, you maybe are going to win a prize for free. So everybody who participates answers the questions. Just put your answers in the comments. You're going to have a question come up on the screen behind me. Then you've got 30 seconds on the clock. Just put your answers in. Everybody who is a participant, so you don't even need to get it right, but do your best to answer the questions correctly. Everybody who participates is then randomly taken and put into this random selector who will announce and pick our winner for each week. So we're playing for the fat factors from our great sponsor, Vitatree Nutritionals. Are we ready? Is everybody ready? I know a lot of people are excited to potentially win this, okay? So let's go. Let's talk about question number 2. What is question number 2 today? Name a symptom of fatty liver. Okay, you've got 30 seconds on the clock. Is something that we just spoke about a few moments ago. Even if you're just tuning in now, just do your best. Put in a symptom of fatty liver. Good luck, everyone. All right, we got 5 seconds on the clock. Is everybody getting their symptoms in? Yes, yes, symptoms. I'm looking symptoms. Oh, somehow some very terrible symptoms there. That would be horrible to have to go through. But yes, I see a lot of good answers. Good job, everyone. I'll give you a few more seconds. I know they're streaming in. Yes, yes, yes. Good job. Thank you for all the follows coming in. I see that and all the love and all the, I know a lot of people are like madly double tapping their screen throughout the show as well. So thank you for all the likes and all of that as well. Okay, let's go through the list. Everybody got their answers in? I know there's more. Okay, here we go. You could have no symptoms at all. I don't think anybody said that. However, you could be asymptomatic completely. Yes, okay, Danelle Design Studio. D. Allen Design Studio had no symptoms. Amazing job. Good job. Love that. Okay. You could have fatigue. I saw a few people. Debbie said that. Yes, good job. And of course, nausea. Some people had that. Jaundice, the itchiness. I saw some people said that. Teresa, yes, you had the yellow eyes. Perfect. Good job. And of course, floating light stools. Did anybody talk about the poop? I don't know. I didn't see the poop in the comments. Hey, you guys are holding out on me. Nobody's talking about the poop. Come on. Nobody said poop. Okay. Somebody must have said, Sam said floating stools. Yes, Sam. All right. I gotcha. All right, good. You're paying attention. Okay, that was amazing. Now we do still have one more quiz question coming up for the show. Let's talk about castor oil side effects. So I had a post about this, and we will have our final quiz question coming up. Now that castor oil, let me see. Castor oil. A lot of people are starting to learn about castor oil now. Now, castor oil has some side effects, and guess what? They're all good side effects. So that's kind of like a trick what I put in my post. But that castor oil, just hold on to this for a second. Let's take a look at some of the side effects that are positive side effects of using castor oil, okay? And most of these, I'm talking about using it topically. So this question came up in the comments of my post about castor oil. Is this for ingesting it? No, this is using it on the outside, okay, in different ways. Now, we will be using this in our recipe coming up for our eyelash serum, so that's coming up, so don't go anywhere. Okay, what are some side effects of castor oil? Number 1, longer, thicker hair. You're gonna apply this to the roots of your hair. You can do this at bedtime, or if you do have the time to, leave that castor oil on and then shampoo it out during the day, amazing. I like to do it at bedtime and sort of wrap your head and then shower it and, of course, shampoo it out in the morning. Amazing for that hair growth, okay? And what it does, it actually increases the blood flow to your hair follicles, helping to stimulate that growth. And just rub it all in. Use a towel to wrap your head to sleep. Amazing, amazing, okay? So longer, thicker hair. Another side effect of castor oil, less joint pain. Again, this is using it topically. So rubbing it on your joints, whether that's your knees, your elbows, wherever you may have had a post-injury. Remember, it's very anti-inflammatory and it penetrates. So castor oil penetrates more deeply than other oils that you may have used. And one of that active component is that ricinoleic acid, which is a natural painkiller, so a natural analgesic in your castor oil and a natural anti-inflammatory. Now, what I like to do for joint pain specifically is add some frankincense essential oil, which is amazing. So a little bit of castor oil, frankincense essential oil, rub that onto the joints at nighttime, and then your body absorbs it as you sleep, okay, which is amazing. And you're gonna love that for the anti-inflammatory effects. Okay, number 3 is more energy. And this is talking about doing the castor oil pack. So again, just a quick review. If you haven't heard about how to do the castor oil pack, you're gonna get some cotton flannel, unbleached. This is something that's washed in a natural detergent, which I do have a recipe that you can search up on my channels. Just search anything if you're looking for any topic now, really. Well, not any topic, but a lot of topics. Just search in the search bar of the platform that you're on. Just put my name, Dr. Janine Bowring, look up the castor oil pack as an example. And all you're doing is you're putting the castor oil on your flannel pack, and then you're putting that ideally over the abdomen and over the liver area. Remember, everybody knows if you're just tuning in now, earlier I quizzed you where your liver was, point to your liver. Okay, so it's on your right-hand side underneath your rib cage. You're gonna use that castor oil pack. And when I do my castor oil pack, I actually make it a little bit bigger so it goes right across my abdomen. This is great for menstrual pain as well, ladies. If you've got cramps and things, amazing. So just do that castor oil pack. Often what I do is I'll use then a waist trainer to sort of secure this around my waist and then sleep with it overnight. But again, if you've never done castor oil packs before, you're gonna leave this on for 45 minutes for your castor oil pack, but has that great energy effect and giving you more energy because it's helping to detoxify your liver, which is amazing. So good job for everybody who's here today. Please say hello, where you're from. We have one more quiz question coming up. Remember, we're here live every Tuesday, the Doctor Janine Show. It's so great to have you all here. Hit that share button, hit that subscribe button if you're new here as well. And thank you for double tapping that screen and hitting the like buttons and all those hearts and the gifts that come out through the show. I can't always stay on top of everything, which is amazing to have you all here. We're building such a wonderful community, all of us here at the Doctor Janine Show, and I love you all, and I appreciate that you tune in every Tuesday at this time. Okay, we do have the Q&A coming up on Wednesday, so I want you to take a look at this. This is fairly new, so please join me tomorrow because I can't get to all your questions throughout the show when we're here live on the Tuesdays for the Dr. Janine Show, but I want you to please use that hashtag AskDrJanine. Please tune in tomorrow. So Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, this is when we get together. I'm able to answer your questions. Usually we focus in on the previous day's, of course, topics, and also I get to sort of drop in a little bit of the new stuff that's going to be coming down the pipeline. And guess what? I'm working and we're in the final edits now of my 3rd book, which is due to launch very soon. I'm not going to tell you the title yet, but it is such a good book, and it has, it's just so good. And I sort of call it the beast because it's got so much information in it and take away things that you can really use to your advantage for your own health and for your family's health and for your kids as well. Amazing, amazing. Okay, so that's coming up. We'll talk a little bit maybe tomorrow. I can give a little bit of some tidbits from the book tomorrow. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Okay, let's continue. Other castor oil side effects, of course. Better bowel movement. So coming back to those poops, hey, if your poops are not looking like this, dark sinkers, okay? So dark sinkers, that's what we're looking for. This is, and if it's an S shape, even better. So S-shaped dark sinkers, when I talk about poops and healthy bowel movements, that's what you're looking for. If it's looking like this, the rabbit pellets and what I call the meatball poop, so constipation, that's an indication of constipation. We've got to do and use the castor oil, amazing, doing those castor oil packs like I showed you earlier, over the liver, over the digestive tract to get those bowels moving just by applying it topically. So you're not ingesting this. I'm talking about using it topically with those packs, with the castor oil packs. Amazing to get the bowels moving. It is incredible, okay? And it's in a gentle way. It's not like when you ingest, of course, castor oil, that ricinoleic acid, it is a little bit of a purgative. It's very strong, okay? A little bit is a misnomer. It is strong and it's gonna make you poop a lot. You don't want to be ingesting it, okay? This is doing the castor oil packs is what I'm talking about. A great natural side effect of using castor oil in the right ways, those better bowel movements. Okay, and last on my list, number 5. So there is some evidence, we're going to show you a study for this, amazing, stronger immune system. So this is what the study has shown now, is that preliminary evidence suggests that castor oil packs may modulate white blood cell count and have a positive effect on liver function and even cholesterol levels. So talk about helping with fatty liver, because going back to what we talked about at the beginning of today's show, that fatty liver, really how that is tied to drinking too much fruit juice perhaps and having too much fructose. This ties back because when the liver is not happy and healthy, then this is when cholesterol levels can also get out of whack. And this is why how using castor oil packs can be a benefit to your immune system, but also for your cholesterol levels as well. Okay, so I want you to start using those castor oil packs. If you don't know how to make it, I do have videos on how to do that. So just search it up in the platform that you're in on right now. Search it up in the search bar, how to make the castor oil pack, Doctor Janine, and you will find my recipe how to do that, okay? I've actually got multiple videos on how to do that, so that's really gonna help you. And we have we have the recipe. Okay, we're gonna call that up in a second. After I wanna do a little thank you to all of my super fans. So there's so many of you who are so positive throughout the week, and I want to thank you all. And thanks to all the love that you share, in your comments. It really does mean so much throughout the show as well, with all of your generous gifts that you're donating to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It allows me to come back here every week and talk to you and continue to research throughout, the week to be able to help you. So thank you so much. Now let's take a look at how to do the castor oil pack. Do we have that? Is that true? Yes? All right. Here we go. So here's really quickly, if you want to screenshot this, the castor oil pack, and this is specific for belly fat. So yeah, tying back to what we talked about a little bit earlier today. So you're mixing in, of course, a 1/4 cup of castor oil, 10 drops of grapefruit essential oil, and 1 drop of ylang ylang essential oil. Now this is specifically from the show when we talked about melting belly fat away. And these are some of the essential oils that were actually found in a Korean study that really helped to actually target belly fat. So you're going to mix that all into a glass container. You're going to rub that on the abdomen and you do it clockwise. And then you're going to put that on a flannel cloth and then just yes, and then I'm going to show you exactly how to do that in just a second. And then you're going to use that waist trainer over, and you're going to do this 3 times a week to help to melt away that belly fat. Okay, so let me show you really quickly. So what that meant was using that castor oil pack, you're going to put that again on your flannel cloth. You rub it in the abdomen as well. So I like to actually do both. I put it on the abdomen, go clockwise. So I'm trying to think which ways. Okay, clockwise on Lucy is this way. So you're going clockwise to help to stimulate those bowels as well. Then you're going to apply your flannel cloth, and then I just find that it's just easier for me because it just helps to keep the flannel secure as I'm sleeping. And then I just wrap it like this at bedtime, and then I just sleep with it on. And then when you wake up in the morning, this is going to help with, of course, your fat loss, helps with your belly fat, helps to melt away that belly fat, helps with your liver health, helps with stimulating that digestion. So if you've got those poops, like the monster elephant poop that we've got here, severe constipation, if you've got, the bowel movements that look like this, the meatballs, if you've got those little rabbit pelts, severe constipation as well, those castor oil packs are going to be amazing to get things going for you. And just start with doing it a couple times a week. If you're very toxic, so let me just say that, if you've got a lot of, built up toxins, you definitely have, something diagnosed in terms of your liver and things, you may want to sort of ease into it. Just put it on for 45 minutes and then remove your castor oil pack. You don't want to sort of go full tilt like I do a few times a week if you've never detoxed before, okay? And you may also consider doing full body detox, which is something I educate a lot of people about. I'm actually going on television tomorrow. I'm going to be there for 3 days. Yeah. 3 days tomorrow. I'm on like the marathon right now of live shows, which is amazing, and on TV tomorrow for 3 days, which is amazing. And that's where I talk a lot about detox and full body detox, okay? And this is important, but this is a great way that you can do topically to use that castor oil pack to your advantage. Okay, we're going to the beauty set. I want to go over there. Let's go over here. We're going to make the beautiful eyelash serum. There it is. I need this. I need my castor oil. do make, of course, our eyelash serum. So if you're looking to grow long, luscious, natural lashes, this is amazing. We're going to show you that recipe in just a second, but let's go through it. So all you need is a couple of capsules of vitamin E. So vitamin E you can purchase in, online in the health food store, in the pharmacies. You're using it topically, and you're just going to pierce it, and then, I hope mine is still pierced, you're going to squeeze 2 capsules into preferably a glass container. So you got to work it a little bit to get the contents out, but this is your vitamin E, which works as a natural preservative, but it also helps with hair growth, which is amazing. So I pierced these before, and just squeezing in your vitamin E into your glass container. Ugh, it's harder than it looks. It's actually very difficult. Okay, there you go. You could also buy the liquid vitamin E. I just find that the antioxidant status when it's in the capsules is a little bit better, and it's a little bit more, and of course you've washed your hands first before you do this, because anything that you're putting in your eyes, you want to make sure that you've got very clean, glass and dish and everything, and we did that before. Okay, so you've got your 2 capsules of and that's the 400 IU vitamin E. We're going to show you this recipe in just a second, so you don't need to jot any of this down right now, okay? Then you're going to use your castor oil. So 1 teaspoon of castor oil is going into your mixture. So here we go. And if you're just tuning in right now, we're making our fabulous eyelash growth serum. And my castor oil, Okay, let's see if I can speed this up a little bit. All right, here we go. 1 teaspoon castor oil, there we go. And castor oil by its nature is a little bit thicker than the other oils. Remember, it penetrates more deeply than other oils as well. So that's one great thing. Now we've also got, of course, 1 teaspoon of our almond oil. So this is a sweet almond oil, again, that you can purchase. It's not the type that you necessarily ingest. It's the type that's usually used for your beauty products, and usually in the health food store. This is where you're going to purchase this. And then you've got a teaspoon of your coconut oil. Again, I buy the liquid fractionated one that is not hard in its room temperature state. Again, usually used for beauty products. And you're going to mix that all together, and there you have it. Now what I did, I just purchased these little mascara tubies online and pour it into there, and then you take off the excess, okay? So before you're gonna apply this to your lashes, you're taking off that excess oil, and then just gently apply it to the lashes. And then with clean hands, you can sort of rub it into your lashes, both top and bottom lashes. Whatever excess you still have on your fingers, put on your eyebrows. You can put it into your hairline because it does help with hair growth. It is amazing. Let's take a look at the recipe really quickly. Here we go. So you've got your 2 capsules of your 400 international units of your vitamin E, a teaspoon of castor oil, a teaspoon of sweet almond oil, and a teaspoon of your liquid coconut oil, okay? So don't buy the white one in the jar. You want to buy the liquid coconut oil so that it's nice and liquidy. You're going to mix all of those into your clean, and I prefer a glass container for mixing. And even, if you can find the glass tubes for the mascara, or just even keeping this whole, mixture in a glass container in those mini little mason jars, you could do that. And then you can use, something to scoop it out and put it on the lashes, okay? And you're gonna combine those, and then it's ready for application. Put it on at bedtime, which is amazing. And there you have it. So I hope you love that. Thank you for all the hearts coming in. Thank you for all the shares and the love. I hope that you start to do this. And okay, a great question coming in. Lori is asking, does castor oil help for floaters in the eyes? Yes. Now, there are no scientific studies done on this, but a lot of anecdotal and people talking about the fact that yes, castor oil rubbed onto your eyelids at bedtime does help with vision, with cataracts, and with floaters in the eyes. Now what happens, and that's a great question, I'm just going to mention it really quickly. I know for sure 100% what happens is taking a high DHA fish oil and a lutein supplement, so an eye supplement specifically to help with the, bringing nutrition to the eyes. That's something that I used to have floaters. That was what I did, and the floaters are now gone. I don't have the floaters any longer, okay? And mine were pretty bad, actually, and they completely disappeared. So that's my combination, is the DHA fish oil and the supporting eye supplement. It has a lot of lutein and carrots and things in it. Okay. All right. Great questions. Thank you. Okay. We're at quiz question number 3 already. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we're playing for the fat factors from our great sponsor at Vitatree. Is everybody ready for quiz question number 3? All right. Here we go. Let's go. What are 2 beneficial side effects of using castor oil? If you're just tuning in now, take a guess. Hey, if you heard me talking about it, make sure you get your answers in. We've got 30 seconds on the clock. Let's go now. Get your answers in. Okay, 20 seconds. Everybody getting their answers in. All right. Thank you for all the follows. And thank you for sharing Rose and Crazer Days and so many follows and shares today. Amazing, amazing. Yes, Suzette, I see your answer. Nadia, I see your answers. Plural. Good job. Okay, we're out of time. I think everybody got an answer in at least. I saw the poop. Somebody said poop. Yes, I love it when people put, yes, Bezeeb. Yes, you're here. Hello. Yes, and congratulations. Awesome, awesome. Okay, here we go. Longer, thicker hair, less joint pain, more energy, better poops, so better bowel movements, stronger immune system. So make sure you got all your answers in. I know you're still trying to answer right now. Good job, or maybe there's just a delay in the comments coming through. Good job, everyone. Amazing, amazing. So for everybody who's here, for yes, okay, Chiquita Dulce, 2002's got some great poop emojis coming in. Priscilla, Zoe, Roxana, Tracy, thank you for sharing and thank you for following. There's so many new people here for the first time, so please put a 1 in the comments if you are new and you're followed for the first time. It is so fabulous to have you here. I'm Dr. Janine, naturopathic doctor. If you haven't met me before, hopefully you've seen my content on social media. Make sure you check out all my content. If you've got questions or things that you want me to cover in shows, make sure you put that into the comment section of my videos. If you're just tuning in today, we talked about fake juice and the dangers of drinking juice. We talked about belly fat. We made that fantastic eyelash serum. We just came out of the beauty set making that eyelash serum. I've got those recipes. If you missed it or you want to see it again or you, for whatever reason, you missed the recipes, I can pull them up on the screens again. Just let me know. As well as fatty liver. So yeah, we did talk about fatty liver, how that's related to that fructose and drinking juice, but also, you know, more importantly, what we can do to help to actually cleanse out and detoxify our liver. So if you missed any of that information, just let me know. And my team behind the scenes. And you're a new follower to viewing live. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. And okay, so lots of fatty liver, castor oil, fatty liver, and poop. Let's go over here. Okay, so to help to explain this. Okay, so what does castor oil help to do? Well, castor oil penetrates very deeply, and it's known to have an positive effect on actually helping cholesterol levels. That's what the study that I showed you was all about. Helps with your immune function. But castor oil, because it has a detoxifying effect, will help to clear the liver of some of the toxins. That's why it helps to stimulate the bowel movement. So if you've got sort of poor liver function, you've got lighter poops happening that are floating in the toilet, they're not maybe well formed all the time. So this is supposed to kind of represent oatmeal. So it's not always the log that you're seeing in the toilet. You're seeing kind of, it's not the log, it's the oatmeal that's happening in the toilet. That is an indication that, yeah, some liver health is maybe compromised, and you could have a fatty liver. Remember, one of the symptoms is no symptom of fatty liver, but this is one of the things that I want, and this is why I educate you, because I want you to look at your poops, and maybe you've got lighter poops happening all the time, an indication that your liver's not the best. Maybe you're getting some yellowing in the eyes, and it's not always. It could be once in a while. Another indication that your liver may not be so healthy. So you want to have those darker poops, which is so important. Now, doing that castor oil pack, amazing, because it penetrates deeply. Remember, your liver on your right-hand side is something that, let's grab the castor oil real quick. Okay, so what you're doing for the castor oil pack, there's a couple of different ways to do it, and I've shared this in different shows, and different methods that I don't know why I do one or the other at certain times of the week. It doesn't matter to me. But you can either rub it right into your abdomen. So the castor oil, I love the combination. So I have it by my bedside, the one with the ylang ylang and the grapefruit essential oil, because it helps to target belly fat. Just saying. Okay, so that's something me after having 4 babies, I like to have a nice flat tummy and try to keep it that way. So that's one of the things, right, that I like to do. But everybody's different. Now, in terms of targeting that liver health, you can actually make the pack. So you're actually putting the castor oil onto your flannel. Remember, it's unbleached. You haven't used any harsh detergents or chemicals in your laundry, because this is going to help. Whatever you mix in with castor oil is going to penetrate deeply into your body. So that's one of the things that's really important. I do have a natural laundry soap recipe that you can search up as well. Maybe we'll do like a recap of that one of these weeks and make the laundry soap again, okay? All right, so then you're gonna have that castor oil all over here. Maybe you rub some on your abdomen, then you're gonna apply your flannel or cotton. This is just an old baby blanket that I still had kicking around in the house, and that's what I use as my castor oil packs. And then you're going to use your trainer, so your waist, oopsie. All right, this is when I always wish that I had more hands like every mom does with, you know, the octopus. There we go. So there we go. Then we wrap around and there we go. Wrap around with the waist trainer and apply this at bedtime. Okay, so if you've detoxed before, you're not like overly concerned about dumping too many toxins, then you're okay to do this overnight. Now, if you've never detoxed before, you're not going to do this first time overnight probably. You're just going to rub it on, put it on, and stay for about 45 minutes, okay? So that it penetrates deeply. But that's how it's going to help now in the morning. If you're very constipated, this can help to gently get those bowels moving, which is amazing with using that castor oil pack. Okay, I hope you love that. And so I hope my team is seeing this, making a video about toxic cleaners and water pollutants, liver. Yes, great topic. And I will put that together for you. Thank you. That's why I love doing these live shows, because I get so many great ideas from my followers, from my viewers, excuse me, as well, in terms of being able to bring you the content, of course, that you love and need, which is amazing. All right. So if you're just tuning in, I'm Dr. Janine. Please make sure that you tune in tomorrow. So tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, use hashtag Ask Dr. Janine. So please tune in tomorrow with your questions. I wasn't able to get to everybody's questions today, which is unfortunate that I can't always. And do you wash it off, Creative Lori? Okay, so for the castor oil pack, good question. No, you do not need to wash it off. Now, if you, it depends. Let's put it that way. So if you have your shower then in the morning, naturally, you're showering. Now, if you have fancy silk blouse on, you may not. You may want to wash off. If most times there's not going to be any residue left because your body has sucked in all of that castor oil. If you've worn this overnight, if you just do it for the 45 minutes, then yeah, if there's some residue there, then you may want to wash it off. Again, with a non-toxic soap, just always be conscientious. And this is what I kind of want to plant those seeds into your head. You're always being conscientious of what's going on your skin and what's in your clothing and what you're wearing in terms of detergents and fabric softeners and things, and what your body's absorbing, because it is absorbing these things all the time. Do you spray? Oh, I want to do this. So it's making me think of something. When I was away, I was thinking, I need to do a video. I was saying to my daughter, I need to do a video on perfume, proper perfume use. Should we even be using perfume? Okay, so that's something that we'll talk about in a future show. I'm not sure if we have enough content or room for more content for next week's show, but yeah, this is amazing to everybody who tuned in today. So thank you so much. Make sure you tune in tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the hashtag Ask Dr. Janine, the live Q&A with me tomorrow. I so look forward to seeing you then. It was a great show today, and on our next show, we will be talking about maximizing your vitamin D levels. We'll also be talking about why it's important not to wear sunglasses. Yes, not wearing sunglasses. Now, I do have another video that's dropping later today, so please make sure that you're going to check that out, and you will love that content, which is so amazing. And tune in tomorrow, don't forget, at 1 p.m. for the Q&A with myself, the hashtag Ask Dr. Janine. I'll see you then. Have a great day, everyone. Check out my other content, and we'll see you next week for the live show at Dr. Janine Show next Tuesday as well. We'll see you then. Bye.